City Friday and a Midnight Madness Day. We say good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. We are here again, ready to roll, and let's get right out of the chute and tell you, or start right out of the chute and tell you, we dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. And our verse of the day is Psalms 91:1 says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." How about that? Hit the bell. There you go. We've got cold conditions, got some wintry weather in the mountains. Let's go back to the studio and say good morning to our producer extraordinaire, Mr. Ben Foy. Good morning, sir. How you doing? How about them Hokies? We're going to talk about those guys in a minute. Unbelievable. Unbelievable what they did. So, anyway, tell us what the weather forecast is all about, and we'll get ready to get rolling here. We got lots of college football to talk about. So it is going to warm up. That's a good thing, huh? There you go. 34 degrees. Again, we're live at Food City in Gray, getting ready for the Midnight Madness sale. We're here again broadcasting live. We've got lots and lots and lots to talk about, I can tell you that. And so we're going to take our first break, come right back, and when we do, we're going to jump in here and get after it. We are going to talk about college football and about the biggest comeback in the history of Virginia Tech football. The Hokies had a heck of a run. I saw yesterday 24-0 at halftime. I thought these guys are done for. Anything but that. The Hokies, in fact, we're going to hear from Justin Fuente. We've got audio from Justin Fuente. We've got audio from Butch Jones. We got audio from Nick Saban. Again, tragic situation in Alabama. Could have been worse, but a tough situation nonetheless. I'm going to tell you about that with a young man who plays football for Alabama, had a tough hunting accident. And so Nick Saban comments about that. And so we'll talk about that and more coming up here as we're live at Food City in Gray on Food City Friday for Midnight Madness. And we'll come back with more right after this, again on AM 790 and also on Facebook Live. Okay, Facebook Live. I got these fluorescent lights burning me up. Now you can't even see. Let's see. What about this right here? I guess this is going to be the way it rolls. No, I got it here. It's been a night, brother. It's been a night. No, I've got it here. I'm going to play it best I can from here. So, and I don't know what's going to sound like, but. Yep. He's put me over in front of the frozen food section. So anyway, hello Facebook Live folks. We're here again live Food City in Gray, and we're trying to adjust this so we can blur out that gray, not that gray, but the fluorescent lights are behind us here. So anyway, we say good morning to you. Thank you for being with us. We are here and ready to go. And you can be sure and like us and share us at Facebook at TomTaylorSports.com. So, oh me, oh my. Mama said it'd be days like this, but we're all right. We're going to be okay. So, it ain't, yeah, there we go. So, we'll be ready to roll here. Share us, like us on Facebook, please. TomTaylorSports.com. No, I've got it here. So, okay. Let's see. We'll start with college football. Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live again at Food City and Gray. Food City Friday getting ready to crank up here in just a little while, and there's all kinds of savings all throughout the store. And again, some of those savings, let's run them down for you right now before we get into talking about the Hokies. Again, we'll hear from Justin Fuente later in the show about the big win for Virginia Tech. Whole boneless pork loin, $1.49 a pound with your Food City value card. Maxwell House Wake Up Roast Coffee, $4.99 for a 30-ounce container, limit 4. All this starts at noon until closing tonight. Chips Ahoy cookies, I love some Chips Ahoy cookies, $1.99 a pack, limit 4. Snow crab clusters, $6.99 a pound. Doritos, bags of Doritos for the New Year's holiday and the New Year's Eve and the football games, and for just in general purposes to eat some great Doritos, $1.99 a bag, limit 4. Also going on today, you have the Tide Simply Laundry Detergent, a 60-ounce bottle. Buy 2, saves more, $1.99 with the Food City value card. Also, RC Cola products, selected varieties. You have 6-pack, half-liter bottles, 6 for $10. Again, at your local Food City. Also, Absolute Bath Tissue, Soft or Strong Food Club Absolute Bath Tissue, 16 rolls for $4.99. Also, Campbell's Chicken Noodle or Tomato Soup, 4-pack, limit 4 for $2.99 at your local Food City. These are all Food Cities. We're at Food City and Gray. Also, the Food Club Apple or Cranberry Juice, selected varieties, a 64-ounce bottle for 99 cents at your local Food City. So that's where we are. Again, broadcasting line Food City and Gray. And boy, are you a fan? Now, let me think. What was I going to ask you about? Are you a fan of chicken noodle or tomato soup? Chicken noodle soup. 4-pack, Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Good. Good. That's what Campbell's soup is. Good. There you go. For $2.99. Also out of the produce department, out of Chile, the country of Chile, grown sweet red cherries for $3.99 a pound with your Food City value card. And one more special to send along to you, large size sweet cantaloupe. Anytime's a good time to eat cantaloupe, and they've got it on sale today. Large size cantaloupes, or cantaloupes, as my grandma used to say, for $1.88 with your Food City value card. Those are some of the specials going on. So those look like, I was over looking at them, look like miniature basketballs too. These guys are big-sized cantaloupes for $1.88 with your Food City value card. We're live again at Food City in Gray, and again, we will run down for you all the college basketball. Tennessee got a big win last night. East Tennessee State, they play tomorrow. We'll tell you all about that coming up in our college hoops section. Also, high school basketball section, who's playing where in the Arby's and the Chick-fil-A Classic and the Andrew Johnson Bank Classic down in Greenville. Also, the Grand Holiday Classic, UVA Wise. We have all those for you coming up here in just a few minutes. So, got a basketball segment rolling. But first, let's crank it up. A little championship game time at the OK Corral. 34 degrees outside. Let's talk some college football. Gerard Evans threw for 243 yards and then 2 touchdowns and ran for 2 scores. And number 18 Virginia Tech pulled off the largest comeback in its 124-year history, erasing a 24-point halftime deficit to beat Arkansas 35-24 last night of the Belk Bowl. After being limited to 180 yards in the first half, the Hokies, 10-4, took advantage of 3 of Austin Allen's interceptions and scored touchdowns on 5 of their first 7 possessions in the second half. Hokies put on a show. We'll hear from Justin Fuente coming up here in a few minutes, the head coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies. Again, Fuente became the first coach in Virginia Tech history to win 10 games in his first season at the helm. We told you about a tough story yesterday. Arkansas senior tight end Jeremy Sprinkle kicked off the team. The Belk Bowl, the folks at Belk give all the players a $450 gift card to spend. Now, I think if you gave me $450 to spend at Belk's, I could that'd have enough for me to spend, wouldn't you think? Not the case for Jeremy Sprinkle. He's charged with shoplifting. Tight end from the Arkansas football team. He went above the $450. It's kind of a sad story, but the guy's pretty stupid, obviously. Jeremy Sprinkle charged by the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department with shoplifting by concealment because he exceeded. Good morning. Hello, Jerry Keller. Good morning, sir. Again, the Belk department store folks released him, but he was suspended from the game. A $450 gift card to be spent by each player. And so old Jeremy said, I believe I need a little bit more than that. So he was caught for shoplifting, and so he was suspended from the game. Hokies put on a show, as we said, 35 unanswered points. You got to think there's some soul searching today in the Arkansas coach's office as they go back into Arkansas and sit down and go, what went wrong to give up 35 unanswered points in the second half of a football game on any level is pretty incredible. And so Brett Belima and the Arkansas coaching staff, I'm sure they're answering to the AD and probably to the fan base, and I'm sure Twitter and social media blowing up in Arkansas today. You give up 35 straight points on any level. As I said, that's pretty incredible. And the Hokies, to their credit, made it happen last night. So big win for Virginia Tech. You're talking about a recruiting lifter. Good grief. Heading into the recruiting season. Oh, yeah. To go around and tell people you won 35 games, that's incredible. I mean, not 35 games. Won 35 unanswered points in recruiting. That's going to be very, very big for them come recruiting season. Absolutely. It took the whole team. And, of course, as we said, we'll hear from – morning, sir. How are you? We'll hear from Justin Fuente coming up here in just a few minutes. Also going to hear from Butch Jones getting ready for the Music City Bowl, talking about a very good Nebraska football team. We're also going to hear from Nick Saban talking about his young man who had that treacherous situation we're going to talk about here in just a second, the Alabama football player. What else happening in sports? In the bowl season, South Florida's Quentin Flowers says there was a lot of big-name college football programs that thought he could be a star player as a running back or maybe as a safety. He proved he was at the right place. The quarterback for South Florida ran for 3, threw for 2 more, including what proved to be the winner in overtime to help South Florida beat South Carolina 46-39. 25th ranked South Florida finishes at 11-2. And again, Will Muschamp not happy with his football team. He said the offense okay, but when you score 39 points, you should win the game. South Carolina hurt by 5 turnovers, including a pick 6 thrown by Jake Bentley, the quarterback. South Carolina finishes at 6-7. Ben Foy, when you score 39 points, you should win the football game. And you didn't. Yeah. You got it. Defense didn't do much, and so the Gamecocks have to go back and kind of scratch their head in South Carolina and see what went wrong and how they can get ready for 2017. Obviously needing to make some changes on the defensive side of the football. Mason Rudolph passed for 314 yards and 3 touchdowns. 13th ranked Oklahoma State's defense smothered number 11 Colorado 38-8 in the Alamo Bowl last night to give the Cowboys their 5th 10-win season in 7 years. Oklahoma State's the deal. Had a big night last night. James Washington caught 9 passes for 171 yards and a touchdown before leaving in the third quarter with apparent hand injury. Cowboys finished at 10-3. The Buffaloes, okay, not a bad season, finishing at 10-4, but embarrassed last night at the Alamo Bowl 38-8 by 13th ranked Oklahoma State over number 11 the Colorado Golden Buffaloes. What else happening in sports? We've got previews of all the bowl games coming up today, and let's see, we got Florida State and Michigan coming up again later on this evening in the Orange Bowl. You've got South Alabama getting ready to battle and take on Air Force a little bit later on. That's going to be in the Home Loans Arizona Bowl. Also, we've got coming up the obvious Tennessee and Nebraska in the Music City Bowl. That will be a 3:30 kickoff. Also coming up today, the Sun Bowl with the Stanford Cardinal taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. We got previews of all those games coming up. And also Texas Christian battling the Georgia Bulldogs. That one's starting right now, or actually starting at noon. We'll keep you updated on that throughout the show here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll come right back and preview today's bowl games. Again, starting with the Tennessee ball game. And we will hear from head coach Butch Jones. He is going to be with us, and we'll hear audio from Butch Jones, the head coach of the Tennessee Vols, next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show on AM 790 and also around the world on Facebook Live. How are you?
Richard blessed, Tom. Bill Lister, remember me?
Yes, Bill Lister. How are you?
Richard blessed. You've been lucky for me.
Yes. What to see? You won.
$25 on that.
car. Yeah, they called you.
Yeah, I got it, and then won that free lube.
Good. Have they called you? The oil place is they
I got
called.
it done this one on my car, and I went ahead and purchased that $99.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because I got 3 other vehicles I got to get certified.
Well, that is awesome. So you got your oil changed and bought one of those maintenance cards.
Right.
Well, bless your heart. That's a good
And
deal.
your sweetheart over there said she loves you. You got a tremendous voice.
That's what Misty said. I need to pay Misty some money then, I guess. So,
You better.
yeah.
She's a big fan of yours.
Well, that's awesome. I'm a big fan of hers too. She's a nice lady.
I
So,
just want to stop and say hi again.
well, I do
Thanks
appreciate
for all
that.
of it. Since
Thank
you're
you.
in my neighborhood now.
Yeah, I'm in your neck of the woods, and I appreciate you listening very much.
Every day I drive to O'Reilly, and so I listen to while I'm in the truck delivering parts.
Oh, you drive for O'Reilly Auto Parts?
Yeah, out of the hub store, delivering to other stores.
Awesome.
I don't deliver to the retail customer, just to our other stores.
Awesome.
So we're sort of retail store and a warehouse here for 50-mile radius of us.
Well, I'd like to have them on my show. When I can get them on my show, that'd be great.
Jerry is the store manager over there. Jerry Jonas.
Yeah, won't you?
He's the store manager there at Oakland, and Jim Thomas is our district manager. That'd be nice to get over there and do a remote from us.
Absolutely. Especially NASCAR season.
Oh, yeah. Well, buddy, you take care. Happy New Year to you, and God bless you. Thank you for everything.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You
I
made my
had to stop
day.
by and say hello.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Give my buddy Ben a
I will.
hello for me. We'll talk to you.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Ben Foy, Bill Lister just told me to tell you hello. Hello, Bill. You in here? Come on in here, Amber Curtis. Sit down here with me, the Bakery Deli manager. She's going to talk to us here. We're live at Food City and Gray. Let's see. Technically wise, do I need to turn anything down? Am I okay, Ben? Am I hot, cold? What am I doing here? All right, let's see. What about that? All right. Let's see. Let's turn this up right here. Is that better? There you go. It's amazing what happens when you just turn a few things and make it go. That's better? Much better? Thank you. Oh, okay. How's that? That good right there? There you go. Excuse me. You're back live on Facebook Live, and also we're live here at Food City and Gray here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are joined by Amber Curtis. Hello, Amber Curtis. How you doing?
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Hold on. Don't move this. Put that right there so I can hear that golden tones. Now, what is going on in the Bakery Deli right now at Food City?
Well, we're getting ready for the new year. We've got our party trays out, options out, with chicken salad, wraps.
Let's turn this over here. We can see this young lady. All right. There she is. You got pinwheels. Now, what are octagons?
Just a little party tray. We've got 6 chicken salad croissants in it, some olives in the middle.
What's that retail for?
$5.
$5. Octagons. Okay. Got those pinwheels.
Yes.
What's been the big seller for trays so far this Christmas season, holiday season?
Chicken salad croissants.
Chicken salad croissants. How much are they and what do we get for them?
That's the one with the chicken salad and the croissants, and it's the 6 in the octagon, and those are $5.
That sounds good. Also, you got meat trays, cheese trays, fruit trays. Tell me about those, would you please?
We've got a meat and cheese tray. It comes with roast beef, turkey, and ham, and 3 different kinds of cheese on them. We've got small and large. They all have different prices on it, and we can change anything on the trays that we have. We have chicken tender trays, meatball trays, cheese trays, fruit trays, veggie trays.
What's the most common fruit that people ask for? When you can customize trays, what's the most common they like?
Blueberries and strawberries. Let's smell them.
Blueberries and strawberries. Let me turn it up just a bit. Blueberries and strawberries, huh? That's the most common? That's interesting. So blueberries, and of course, blueberries good any time of the year, especially in the wintertime, right?
Right.
Yeah. I saw where the cantaloupe's going to be on sale for $1.88 for the Midnight Madness sale. So what are you guys over there making? And ladies, what are you making today? You've been busy. What have you been doing?
Our coleslaw's on sale this week.
Okay.
So we've got that out there, and we've got our chickens on sale this week. We're running off of rotisserie, and it's cheese ball season.
It's cheese ball season. Now tell me about that, cheese ball season.
Cheese balls are $7.99 a pound. We've got peanut butter, which is good for dessert, and we've got Hawaiian, which is everybody's favorite. Cheesy beef and cheddar, you name it. We've probably got it over there somewhere.
There you go. And you guys are busy and going to be open, let's see, you're open New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. There's no closing. Just the only day you close Christmas, right?
Correct.
Yeah, there you go. Amber Curtis, again, the Bakery Deli manager. How many folks got over there working for you?
About 30.
30.
Not here today, but...
All told, 30? And on any given shift, you have, what, 5 or 6 at least, if not more?
Oh, yeah,
More. Cranking it out.
That's right.
There you go. Making it from scratch.
Oh,
at the Bakery Deli. Thank you, dear. Appreciate you. Good job. Yep. And awesome job. Appreciate her very, very much. Again, that would be Amber Curtis, the Bakery Deli manager here at Food City on the Tom Taylor Show. And so, again, we got some football to talk about. I want to tell you about Bill Lister for just a second. Bill Lister just came by. Bill won an oil change from American Import Auto Repair. And so as a result of going to get that oil change at American Import Auto Repair, he got an oil change for himself that he won, and he also bought the maintenance card. So I think that's pretty cool. The $90 maintenance card. So there again, it is a no-brainer, no question. So it's good stuff, and we appreciate, again, him coming by and saying hello to us. And Bill Lister from Gray, one of the good guys here that listen to us. All of our folks are good guys, but when you see him and meet him in person, you press the flesh, as they say. He's one of the good guys, and we appreciate that very, very much. Bill Lister from Gray stopping by. All right, here we go. Let's do College Football Bowl preview. Here we go again. Let's talk about it. Rundown music, got championship music. I love to hear that, by the way. Oh, yes. There we go. Coming in today, Texas to the Georgia Bulldogs in the Liberty Bowl. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl in Memphis, baby. Texas Christian's Gary Patterson was defensive coordinator for the Horned Frogs before he moved up to the top spot after the 2000 season. He'll be coaching in his 14th bowl game in 16 seasons for TCU, and his second in Memphis, where he won his first bowl game as a head coach back in 2002. On the other side of the ledger, Georgia's Kirby Smart, a longtime coordinator and disciple of Alabama coach Nick Saban, in his first year at the Bulldogs helm, knows a little bit about defense and coaching in bowls, even though it's his initial trip to the postseason as the head coach. TCU 6-6, Georgia 7-5, meeting for only the fourth time in the history, and the first time since 1988. Bulldogs won all three games in the series. They won in the 1940 Orange Bowl. They also won in Athens in 1980 and also in Athens in 1988. So they played three times. But over the last three seasons, Texas Christian is tied for the Big 12's best overall record at 29-9, while having the second best conference mark. TCU has only 13 seniors on this year's roster. This will be Georgia's 52nd bowl game appearance, the fourth most of any team in the country. The Bulldogs' all-time record is 29 wins, 19 losses, and 3 ties. So it's coming up at noon. Texas Christian at 6-6, Georgia at 7-5, and that's the preview of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl in Memphis coming up again at noon. And of course, Ben will keep us up to date on the scores of those games, or that game rather than all the bowl games. But that's the first one, the big one that starts at noon today. A couple of games at 3:30. And the 3:30 game, the obvious, we'll talk about that in just a second, Tennessee and Nebraska. The other one starts at 2 o'clock, the Sun Bowl. It's at 3:30, the Sun Bowl. Sun Bowl won't have a matchup of standout running backs, although offensive firepower remains. Stanford junior running back Christian McCaffrey, we've talked about this all week, will not play in order to begin training for the NFL draft, which I think is wrong. Also, North Carolina's Elijah Hood is out because of medical reasons. 18th ranked Cardinal at 9-3 will move on with an expanded role for his speedy running back Bryce Love, who will take the place of McCaffrey, while North Carolina will place more emphasis on their junior Mitch Trubisky, who is the top quarterback prospect for the 2017 draft. Programs meet for the first time since 1998 in the Sun Bowl, 2 o'clock today in El Paso, Texas. While Stanford shooting for its 6th consecutive victory, North Carolina stumbled a bit late, losing 2 of its final 3 games. Tar Heels have ACC wins over Pitt, Miami, and Florida State to their credit. So the matchup is a contrast in styles. North Carolina runs an up-tempo offense. Stanford is a grinding-out, old-fashioned power running football team. Cardinal was the preseason favorite to win the Pac-12, but fell out of contention in the North Division by mid-season before bouncing back to get into the position for its 6th season with double-digit victories this decade. North Carolina got as high as 15th in the AP poll before losing at Duke on November the 10th. That's at 2 o'clock today, the Sun Bowl, North Carolina and Stanford. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live at Food City in Gray, and we thank you for being with us again on this Friday, December the 30th. My man Jeremiah Clark from Appalachian Digital is here, and this guy's done a phenomenal job with this program, and we're going to talk to him coming up here in just a second. Also, the obvious, the Music City Bowl. Nebraska expects a road game when it meets Tennessee coming up in a little while at the Music City Bowl, and the Cornhuskers are hitting a low note on the health front at the worst possible time. Got a lot of injuries, a banged-up football team. Starting quarterback Tommy Armstrong did not practice all week before Nebraska left for Tennessee. Head coach Mike Riley has not officially ruled the senior out of the Music City Bowl against Tennessee today, but Armstrong is yet to practice. Armstrong said he's probably about 80%. So you got to turn everything over to Riker Fife. That is the quarterback, and Butch Jones is going to talk about him coming up here in a little while. A lot of respect for this backup quarterback. Fife led Nebraska to a win against Maryland this year after Armstrong was hurt. Last season against Purdue, he also filled in for Armstrong and threw for more than 400 yards in the ball games. This guy can do it. Nebraska stumbled to the finish line of the regular season, losing 3 of its final 5 games, including defeats against Iowa and Ohio State by a total of 89 points. They got blown out last 2 games, or going down the stretch, I should say. To make matters worse for Nebraska, Cornhuskers are without their top playmaker on defense, 2-time captain and 3rd-team All-American safety Nate Jerry, who was ruled ineligible. Also, Jordan Westerkamp, wide receiver. The Cornhuskers are the most reliable and spectacular wide receiver, injured his knee in a pre-Christmas practice and has been ruled out for the ball game. Of course, Tennessee has invested plenty of scouting hours into the 6'3", 215-pound Riker Fife. So we'll see how the Tennessee Volunteers do against Nebraska in the Music City Bowl. And we'll hear Butch Jones coming up here in a little while about the games. We'll do that at 3:30 this afternoon. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we're live at Food City in Gray. Other games coming up today in the bowl season, 8 o'clock tonight. And at 5:30, you've got the Home Loans Arizona Bowl between Air Force at 9-3 and South Alabama at 6-6. Air Force seeking its 7th, 10th win season in Academy history. South Alabama won't be a pushover. The Jags went 4-0 in non-conference games, opening the season with a win at Mississippi State and then a home victory over Mountain West champion San Diego State. South Alabama struggled in the Sun Belt, though, going only 2-6, but beat New Mexico State in the regular season finale to become bowl eligible and advance to the postseason for the 2nd time in the program's 8-year history. They've only had a program for 8 years at South Alabama, and so pretty impressive to be in the bowl twice in 8 years. South Alabama will have to stop an Air Force triple option attack that averages 323 yards rushing per ball game. It's the 3rd best in the nation. Air Force, on the flip side, able to stop the run. The Falcons are ranked 15th in the country, allowing only 118 yards per game on the ground. Again, that's at 5:30. Air Force 9-3, South Alabama 6-6 in the Home Loans Arizona Bowl. That'll be in Tucson, coming up again later on this afternoon at 5:30. Then finally tonight, you've got the Orange Bowl, as they call it, down in South Florida. The Florida State Seminoles and the Michigan Wolverines ready to crank it up. Dalvin Cook, ranked as the 12th best overall NFL draft prospect, the running back for the Florida State Seminoles, and the 2nd best behind Leonard Fournette of LSU. 1,620 yards, 18 touchdowns. Also added 426 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown. Was a finalist for the Doak Walker Award, which goes to the nation's top running back. Cook will go up against a pretty stout defense in Michigan, who ranks 2nd in the country in scoring defense, only giving up 12 points a game and only 252 yards of offense by the opponent per ball game. So Michigan ranks 13th in the country in rushing defense. Check this out, has limited their opponents to only 3 yards a carry rushing the football. Only 7 rushing touchdowns all season. Again, Michigan and the Seminoles. Michigan, of course, their 13th game at 10-2, number 6 in the country. Florida State at number 10 at 9-3. So you've played 12 games, allowed 7 rushing touchdowns in 12 games. That's a stud defense, no question. Michigan has its sights on becoming the 10th team in school history to win 11 or more games in a season. They're 10-2, as we said. And Wilton Spite, passing for 2,375 yards and 17 touchdowns, regularly teaming up with their senior tight end Jake Butt, B-U-T-T, who caught 43 passes for 518 yards, the Michigan tight end. On the other side, the Seminoles allowing an average of 45 points in their 3 defeats, so their defense got to tighten up. Senior defensive end DeMarcus Walker ranks 3rd in Florida State history with 27.5 sacks, and so outstanding defensive player for the Seminoles. For Michigan, Heisman Trophy balloting finalist Jabril Peppers, their linebacker, 16 tackles for loss, including 4 sacks. So the stage is set for a good one tonight down in Florida. That would be, again, as we said, number 6 Michigan, 10-2, number 10 Florida State at 9-3. That's at 8 o'clock tonight in the Capital One Bowl in Miami, Florida, for the Orange Bowl. And that is a look at the previews of the bowl games, again, as we said, for this Friday, December the 30th. As we said earlier in the show, a sad story coming out of Alabama. They'll be without one of their reserve defensive linemen for the Peach Bowl. Senior Dakota Ball showed up for the Peach Bowl practice with his left index finger after shooting it off by accident with a shotgun. When seen by reporters at Alabama's Peach Bowl Media Day with his left hand heavily wrapped, Ball asked what happened. He said, "I shot my finger off with a 12-gauge shotgun. It's completely gone. I shot it right at the knuckle and it blew it off. The accident happened while trying to secure the gun before taking off on the four-wheeler while out with a friend 2 weeks ago." Said he was tying a rope around the barrel of the gun and around the stock to keep the shotgun from falling out of my lap. I was tying a rope around the barrel and it just went off. I didn't even have my hand on the trigger. I don't understand how that works, but they have safeties. I don't guess the safety was on. But anyway, Dakota Ball says, "Are you worried about the ball?" He said, "Nope, I'm just worried about my hand healing. If I can play in the next game like special teams, I'll do it. But I'm not going to worry about it." And so he can't. So he shoots off his, his left index finger from the knuckle down, or from the knuckle up, I guess. Either way you want to look at it. I shot it right at the knuckle and it blew off. So, Ben Foy, I bet that would hurt. That's kind of a... Guess that kind of goes without saying, right? I guess it's kind of a stupid statement. Yes, it would hurt, Tom. If you shot your finger off with a shotgun, 12-gauge gun, yes, it would hurt. That was a really dumb thing to say. So that's exactly right. That's what he said. And that's what Nick Saban's going to say a little bit later in the show. We'll hear from Saban about that. We'll hear from Butch Jones about the obvious Nebraska and the Music City Bowl coming up. We'll also hear from Justin Fuente and the incredible comeback for the Hokies over Arkansas yesterday in the Belk Bowl. We'll take a quick break, come right back. He's going to join us, our buddy Jeremiah Clark from Appalachian Digital. We're live at Food City and Gray. Midnight Madness sale starts at high noon and at Carl's all Food City stores. We'll be right back with more right after this on AM 790 and also on Facebook Live.
I need a Friday manager on 3, please. Friday manager on 3.
Does it sound better on the, is it sounding better? Okay, I can't hear myself at all for whatever reason, but I've got it. Why would I not be able to hear myself? Because I got the thing wide open. But hold on here. Now we're back on Facebook Live. The beauty of Facebook Live, you got a cough, take a gulp of water, whatever. Ain't no place to hide unless you put some I guess I could cover up a picture like this. I guess I could do that for a time being. I guess that would work, wouldn't it? It's better than nothing at all. Cover up the pictures, I can cough and take a shot of water or whatever. Anyway, we're back, and again, like us, TomTaylorSports.com, the one-stop shop. Like us and share us on Facebook Live. We would appreciate that. And again, we're here at Food City, and a couple of those specials we're going to tell you about. The 6-pack half-liter bottle, 6 for $10. You have the snow crab cluster, $6.99 a pound. You have also today only from noon till closing tonight, 12 hours. They close at midnight. Absolute bath tissue, soft to strong food club, 16 rolls for $4.99. Hello, sir. How are you? I'm doing just fine. Life treating you good, I hope? Well, thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Yes, sir. And so those are some of the specials. So we'll put those on. So like us and share us. Facebook, again, TomTaylorSports.com. Still trying to get used to juggling radio and Facebook at the same time, but we're doing it, I guess, right? Yeah. 10 seconds. Can you hear me? Loud and clear? Good. All right. Yeah, that guy. Hello, Gator. Again, down there live at Cherokee Barbershop in South Johnson City. Again, when the barber pole's out, the Gator Man's in. And he is there and working like a borrowed mule. This guy's had over 200 first-time customers this year. And a one-man single-chair barbershop, very, very impressive, in South Johnson City. Again, located right down from Tipton Haynes' working farm on South Road in South Johnson City. So when the barber pole's out, the Gator Man's in. It's an Executive Park South office complex. So we appreciate him very much. Is that loud, by the way, for you on the headset? And so there's my man, Big Daddy Dale Hammett, coming down there. So anyway, the Gator Man, Cherokee Barbershop, South Roan Street. Thank you very, very much. One of our great sponsors, been with me since day one. We're up over 430 shows, and we're cruising our way towards the 500th show in a big celebration. We had show number 500, but again, we do want to say thanks to Cherokee, the man, the myth, the legend at Cherokee Barbershop, the Gator Man. We appreciate him very, very much. We are joined by our buddy, again, who's made this show just take off, our buddy, there he is, Jeremiah Clark from Appalachian Digital. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
Just fine. So you told me 14,000 reaches over the last 4 days on the show?
In the past 4 days of the show, yes, sir.
14,000.
Thursday and Friday particularly, very good days.
How about that? Hit the bell. That's awesome stuff. And don't ever touch that bell again, Dale Hammett. He put me over here. You see where I'm at today. You see what he thinks of me. I'm way over here in front of the closeout while supplies last. I got right in front of these frozen reusable grocery bags in front of the Bicycle Game Card Center, the Uno cards. Yeah. Am I feeling the love over here today? Yeah. I said, God, put me back in the men's bathroom or in the lounge at this point. I'm in the bargain basement. Thank you, Ben, very much. Here we go. But I'm real close to the Eggo waffles, and I'm not too far away from the sugar cones. There's a country song right there. I'm right beside the sugar cones, baby. So there you go. But he's got this place getting ready to rock. What time is Midnight Madness? How close are we to Midnight Madness? Do you have a clock on you, Mr. Hammett? Would you let's go ahead and show my man, Mr. Hammett, right there. 23 minutes till Midnight Madness. Okay, there you go. Hello, Jeremiah Clark. How are you? When you come out here to Gray, you just never know.
You never know what's going to happen.
He said, I was going to put you up on the roof. It's windy today. I said, well, thank you, Dale. So, and I asked him, I said, can I have a bottle of water? He said, cost you $1. I love the guy. I love you too. Appalachian Digital, you've done a lot for the show. Tell me again how you can help folks. You've been working with some other people, and 2017, we've talked about this before. We've got people that are interested in starting their own business. This is typically the time of year people kind of branch out and say we want to try it on our own, and we get that. But we also got some people that have their own business and been there and just kind of need a jump start with social media. Tell me about it, would you please?
Yeah, so in this day and age, if you don't have an online presence, you basically don't exist. Most everybody looks for places by looking online. They go to Google, they type in food store, clothing store, whatever, and if they can't find you on there, chances are they are not going to find out about you. So everybody, small businesses in particular, need to have some type of online presence, and that's where we at Appalachian Digital can help you out. Our client base, we specialize in small businesses, so we're used to working with individuals that are on a tight budget, but we can work with that to help you build up your online presence.
And you're doing it again. 14,000. I keep going back to that. This blows me away. I'm an old country boy from West Virginia. 14,000 reaches in 4 days, and that tells you the power of social media. And we've only been doing this Facebook Live what, two and a half.
2 months.
2 months?
We started at the beginning of November.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Facebook Live?
Yeah. Oh, no, Facebook Live, we've only been doing it
2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks, yeah. We've been together since, 3 months. But Facebook Live, we've just been doing it for going on 3 weeks. We've had this kind of growth. So you have a small business out there that says, I need some help. There's so many out there. There's Cloud, there's Instagram, there's this, there's that. And it gets very, very confusing, particularly somebody a little bit older who's not used to social media. You can sit down with them and help them go, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? What are your goals? And kind of point them in the right direction to which type of social media works, right?
Exactly, because not everything is needed for every type of business that's out there. With Tom in particular, we're working off of website, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And for most small businesses, that's the best place to start. You don't need to immediately branch out into everything that's out there. Find the couple of niches that work for your business, and that's where you need to focus on, and that's where we come in and help you.
You've incorporated everything into a one-stop shop at one place now for me, right? Tell them about it.
We have a new website for Tom. It's called TomTaylorSports.com. When you go there, you can sign up for his newsletter to hear about what's going on in the show and find out where he's going to be at. You can also click links to visit his Facebook page to watch the live stream and see updates as to what's going on the show, as well as to watch the videos on YouTube and get Twitter updates.
All this, again, going on, as we said, by simply going to AppalachianDigital.com for him. For me, it's TomTaylorSports.com, right?
Yes,
yeah, it's a one-stop shop. They can click on Facebook Live there. They can also watch us on the phone or Facebook. Of course, we're using our cell phone to make it happen. They can also go and click on right straight to the radio station, too.
Yes, that's correct. We do have a link out to that online audio stream.
And you're creating an email newsletter. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so that's a work in progress, but we'll have that ready for you soon. Basically, we'll get blasted out to let people know what's happening on the show, what's coming up in the future, and just let people know what Tom's doing.
Yeah. So what happens about twice a week, he calls us, here's what we're doing. I said, oh, okay. What do I need to do? You just keep doing the show. We're taking care of the stuff behind the scenes. And he and Michael Smith doing a phenomenal job. And so I can't thank him enough. So, folks, if you are out there and you have a company, it doesn't even have to be here in the Tri-Cities. You help folks outside the area too, right?
Correct. We have clients up near Washington, D.C., over in North Carolina. We're based here in the Tri-Cities, but we have a very big reach.
Yeah. You've helped some folks up in West Virginia. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's the ones up near Washington, D.C. It's a interpreting service that we help out.
Yeah, so runs the gamut. It's going to be talking to some folks next week, and we got, as a result of the show, got some people that are interested in you helping them as well. So, and so whether it's a new business or an existing business, either one, and I know a lot of folks usually this time of year say, I'm tired of working with the other guy, I'm going to strike out on my own. And so usually at the start of a new year, a lot of folks do just that. The one thing you've got to have, if you don't have anything else, I'm telling you from experience, you have got to have a marketing plan. You can't just flip a switch and say it's going to happen, because you got to have a game plan. It's the old plan your work your plan, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and so these guys can help you from AppalachianDigital.com. Go to the website and check them out. And so I appreciate you stopping by here. Tennessee, Nebraska, what do you think today?
I'll take Tennessee. I mean, I'm going to be tuning in to watch it, but
it's I think it's going to be tough. I think Nebraska will give them all they want and then some, because they run the ball very, very well. Nebraska, and Tennessee does not defend the ball very well defensively. So
we've seen that over and over again.
Yes,
season.
we have. Clemson, Ohio State. Who do you like there?
Gonna do Clemson.
Okay. Something tells me Urban Meyer and Ohio State Buckeyes are going to win that ball game. Now I know Clemson were down in the South, and Deshaun and Dabo Sweeney, but I think the pundits would love to see an Alabama-Ohio State matchup for the national championship. I don't think Washington has anything for – well, they may have something for Alabama, but I know I've been reading about their coach getting ready to try and come up with a lot of trick plays and different formations, try and get Alabama kind of off stride. But I think when it's all said and done tomorrow, it's going to be Alabama. And I think Ohio State's going to win the ball game. I kept going back and forth between Clemson and Ohio State, but something tells me the Buckeyes are going to rear up and beat Clemson, and it'll be an Alabama-Ohio State national championship. I don't think anybody has anything for Alabama. They're a machine, but but anyway, that's I think that's tomorrow's picks for me. Today you're going with Tennessee, and let's see, who else? Florida State and Michigan. Who do you like there in the Orange Bowl?
It pains me, but I'll say Florida.
Being a true Tennessee fan, anybody in Florida State or Florida, we don't generally root for them here, but Florida State, Michigan in the Orange Bowl, so we'll see. But again, this gentleman does a great job. Appalachian Digital, you can check him out, AppalachianDigital.com. Anywhere you are that in the sound of his voice, he's a phone call or go to the website, and you can help somebody and pick a place. I don't care. Roanoke, South Dakota, wherever they are, with social media, case in point, you can help them build their business, but sitting right in East Tennessee, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Just case in point, Tom's on 790 AM FM radio right now, but he has somebody watching right now, Amber Harvey, up in Ohio, who said good morning to you.
There you go.
Social media has a huge reach.
Amber Harvey in Ohio, the Buckeye State, watching the show. Rick Ransom's watching us last week down in Pensacola, Florida. So he goes all over the country. So this guy can help wherever you are. Let him help you, and just go to the website, and there's contact information there on the site, right?
Yeah, there's a contact form to fill out and contact us.
Yeah, looking forward to working with you in the new year, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good job. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
He is awesome. This guy is good. I'm telling you. I'm just blown away. He just says, you just keep doing the show, and Michael and I'll take care of the stuff behind the scenes, because you don't know what you're doing.
There's more communication than that. It's not that black and white.
But I'm telling you, from my side of the fence, he understands. The few times we've had conversation, he knows real quick. As I've said, I tell everybody, I'm an 8-track guy in an MP3 world. And he says, you just do the show. Don't worry about the other stuff. You just do the show, and we'll keep you informed of what we're doing behind the scenes to build your show. And that's all I'm asking for. And he's doing a great job. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a great new year, and looking forward to working with you. That's our buddy Jeremiah Clark again from Appalachian Digital. That's exactly what he tells me. And that's exactly what I tell him is I don't know what I'm doing. He says, Ben, when you talk to people, Ben's our producer back at the station, we talk to people and they clear their throat. That's always the key. All these years I've been around doing stuff on radio, different things. When you know that you don't know what you're doing, somebody go, and they'll clear that throat. That throat means you're stupid, and so, or you don't know what you're doing. So I'll say, Jeremiah, what about this? And he'll say, just let Michael and I take care of this. I say, okay. Well, what about this over here? What's a cloud and a fog or Instagram? Or he says, just let us take care of that. You just do the show. I said, okay. No, that's what he says. You don't need to know. Just do the show. So, and he doesn't say it that way, but in all seriousness, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm the first to tell you that. But I remember when late Ronald Reagan, I remember one of his speeches said, I'm not real sure what I'm doing as president, but I'm going to surround myself with people who do know what they're doing, and that's what Trump is doing. That's what most people do. Most leaders do of a company and a football team. You coaches, you find other coaches, surround yourself that can delegate and get it done. So I'm smart enough to get Michael Smith and Jeremiah Clark involved in this show and just say, get out of the way and let these guys do it. And they do it very, very well. So we appreciate them. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Quick break. We'll come right back. We'll jump into some college basketball and also some NBA and some high sports on the local scene. As we're here live at Food City, here comes a young lady that's taking advantage of the 6-pack half-liter bottle, 6 for $10. She is racking up. Look here, Canada Dry and root beer. She just said it's just not the good stuff. No, I didn't. I love that little lady. She walked by. She said, I got root beer hanging on my grocery buggy. She said, it's not the good stuff. RC Cola products today, 6-pack half-liter bottle, 6 for $10. And they got root beer, Canada Dry. They got a whole orange, Neha orange. They got a whole pallet, a whole skid over here full of these RC Cola products, 6-pack half-liter bottle, 6 for $10 here at Food City today. Also, you have Doritos, we told you, for the weekend or for any time, $1.99 a bag, limit 4. Also, Tide Simply Laundry Detergent, 60-ounce bottle for $1.99. Also, they have Chips Ahoy cookies. Nothing like dipping a Chips Ahoy cookie down a big old glass of cold milk. Cold make your teeth hurt. That'll set you free. Chips Ahoy cookies for $1.99, limit 4, and a whole bones pork loin for $1.49. Food City Fresh again, and that's all going on here again at Food City starting today until close of midnight tonight. As promised, college basketball and lots of it coming up next. We're live here again at Food City and Gray on the Tom Taylor Sports Show on Facebook Live and also on AM 790 WETB. Yeah, when he clears that throat, I know. Folks, that's how he does it too. When he clears that throat, I just know just to be quiet and just do the show, Tom. That's what he says. Just do the show. So, okay, just do the show. All right. So, anyway, yep. Oh, I love it where I can just come in and focus on the show. That is awesome. I can't thank him enough. Facebook Live again. Hello to Amber up in Ohio, and that's my buddy. And also, good morning to Jerry Keller. Also, say hello to Wes Argerbright. He was with us last night. Let's see. Also, want to remind you that, again, this gentleman can help you with Appalachian Digital. These guys do a phenomenal job, and I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm just like it is. I couldn't be anywhere as far as success than I am already in just 3 weeks without these guys. So, if he touches the bell again, I'm going to stomp him. Hit it again.
I brought you a bone.
He did bring me a bone. Now, here's what the store manager like. Here's my friend Dale Hammett. If you see on Facebook, here's a big old butcher's block bone. He brought a big old bone, shrink wrap. What am I supposed to chew on it? You gonna come over and do the quiz show? You wanna? Well, when are you gonna do it?
Boy, interrupt the man.
This is Jeremiah Clark. Jeremiah, this is Dale Hammett.
Nice to meet you.
He used to be my friend when I got here today because I got kind of kicked out the back 40, but that's okay. So normally I'm up front where people can see me, but today
I walked in at first time.
that's it.
Next
So,
time you got the dumpster.
yeah.
Right by the dumpster.
Where? By the dumpster? There is going to be a next time? Okay. No, maybe not. Come on over and sit down. Let's do this. Lord have mercy. No, that's exactly right, because he's not going to do good on the quiz show. I'm going to tell you right now. The Hamath. That's my boy Dale. We're going to put him on camera in a minute.
Test.
Yeah. Anyway, Facebook Live, thank you again. Again, hello to Columbus, Ohio. Appreciate you up there watching the show. And you get to see Dale Hammett here in a minute, and that'll be something you'll definitely want to be waiting for. Whew. You know, let's see, NFL, touch the bell again, I'm going to stomp you. It's like, okay. Yeah, I'm going to do Dale before the hoops and get him out of here. Yeah. So, yeah, move him on down the line. So, here's my quiz show. Look here. How about that now? Yeah. What are we playing for? For the bone? Playing bone? Yeah. By the way, here's our buddy Dale Hammett. Waving like a geek. So, anyway. 10 seconds. Stand by. We're back. Let me get rid of this bell. We're back with the Tom Thrower Sports Show. It's like a kid. We're live with at Food City and Gray with our buddy Dale Hammett, Big Daddy Dale, store manager at Food City. Good morning, sir. How might you be?
I'm great, Tom. How are you today?
Just fine, sir. Just fine. We're going to hear from Butch Jones coming up here in a little while. Next hour, we're going to hear from Nick Saban. We're going to hear from Justin Fuente. How about the Hokies? 35 unanswered points. You think there's some soul searching today in Arkansas coach's office? You think there's some probably a little chalk talk today after giving up 35 straight points? What do you think?
I think they're going to be hunting an offensive coordinator.
Or defensive coordinator.
That too.
Yeah. You give up 35 points, and that's no slam to Virginia Tech, but you're down 24-0 at halftime and score 35 unanswered. I'd say things a little tight in the Arkansas coach's office today. It should be. If it's not, it should be.
Should be.
Yeah. All right, now you got your Tennessee shirt on. The Big Orange today taking on Nebraska. They are terrible against the run defense. Nebraska specializes in running the football. So what do you think is going to happen today down in Nashville at 3:30?
Tennessee wins big.
Really? Based on what? Because their defense is shaky at best. They've given up 1,000 yards rushing to Missouri, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt over the last 3 games. So tell me how.
I really don't know, but it's going to happen.
Okay.
If I knew,
That's it. We wouldn't be sitting in Food City in front of the freezer doing the show. So, oh, wait, ma'am, can you do that again? Can you do a repeat? I want to see it. They want to see it on camera. There you go. The old boy's getting kisses from his customers. Now that's customer service. That's loyalty right there.
That's it.
Your face is red as a beet. I love it. That's good. My man just got kissed by one of the Is that a pretty common occurrence?
pretty calm.
I love this guy. I love coming out here. So, anyway, tell me about some of the specials you got at Food City today. The Midnight Madness sale starts at noon and runs till close tonight. Tell me some of them, big guy.
Okay, we got the RC products, 6-pack half liters. They're 6 for $10. We got some Axel House Wake Up Roast Coffee, $4.99 a can. Food City Fresh Whole Boneless Pork Loins, $1.49 a pound. We got Snow Crab Clusters, $6.99 a pound. Doritos are $1.99 a bag. Captain Crunch is on sale for $1.88. Got Tide laundry detergent, the Simply laundry detergents, buy 2 for $1.99 each. Then we have some pasta chips over in the bakery that are $1.99. Duke's mayonnaise is $1.99. Sweet red cherries in the produce are $3.99 a pound. We've got Nature's Own 100% wheat bread for $1.39. We've got Big Club facial tissues, that's 2 for $1. French toast sticks.
Right over there. We're
Right
close
over
to those.
Real close.
I reach
2
over in the
for
case,
$3.
get me one.
That's it. And Food Club apple and cranberry juice is 99 cents each.
Now, I'm giving him a hard time because normally I'm up front, but I'm not up front today because you got to have all the registers for Midnight Madness, so you say, right?
That's
Is that the
correct.
reason?
We're going to walk over in a minute. I'm going to show you.
Oh, I can see it. They're already starting. The buggies are in here already. They're loading up because the prices kick in at noon, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, well, I understand. I'm giving you a hard time, but
Oh, I know.
I know. That's okay. Now, explain to folks what you did. You brought a bone over here.
Everybody needs a bone.
There you go.
Goes throw the dog a bone.
Thumb a bone. All right. Ben, you ready for the quiz show music? Here we go. Let's play quiz show time. We are ready to go. All right, hit the music and let's get this over with. You already played the music? Oh, there it is. Okay. Quiz show music. Oh, you was looking at the questions. He was looking at the questions. That was not nice. He was looking at the questions. All right. Here we go. Question number. No, he's not going to know the answers. He will. Let me just go ahead and go on record, Ben, before and tell you, he will not go 5 for 5. I promise you, he will not go. If he goes 5 for 5, I'll eat a box of those sugar cones. May end up eat them anyway, but or some of those Eggos. Or I'll buy you lunch somewhere. I'll buy you lunch. If you go 5 for 5, I'll buy you lunch. You will not go 5 for 5. You ready?
I'm ready.
Question number 1, true false. 2003, most of this is Tennessee football, there's a couple other questions. Tennessee football 2003. All right. The starting quarterback for the Volunteers in 2003 was C.J. Leak. True or false?
False.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Hit the bell, Ben. Oh, no. All right. It was Casey Clausen. All right. I don't like this already. Number 2. Question number 2. True false. 2003. Go back 2003.
2003.
Yeah. 13 years ago. There you go. 22 years old. Tennessee played a postseason bowl game. They played the Michigan Wolverines in the Citrus Bowl, 2003. True or false? Yes, true or false. They played Michigan in the Citrus Bowl. Is that true or false? I'm not looking. I'm not making eye contact with you. He's got that poker face. You will not look into my eyes and see if you can figure it out.
I'm gonna say it's false.
False. Final answer. Hit the bell. 2 for 2. They played Clemson in the Beach Bowl. All right.
Now or play it out.
We're going to go on. All right. Question number 3.
Number 3.
The late Bear Bryant, true or false, coached at 5 schools in college football. 5 colleges he coached at in his coaching career. Looking for the number 5. True or false?
As a head coach or as a coach?
Let's don't water it down. And do not look into my eyes. You will not see. I got poker face. As a head coach, Bear Bryant coached at 5 schools. True or false?
I know 4. I'm gonna say false.
False?
False.
Final answer?
Final answer. Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. It was 4. God, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Maryland,
How did
Kentucky,
that
Texas.
Tennessee football?
Bear Bryant. Maryland, Kentucky, Texas A&M, and Alabama, the 4 schools he coached at. He's 3 for 3. All right, question number 4. Tennessee football. Rick Clausen, former quarterback of the Tennessee Vols, transferred. He transferred from Ole Miss and came to Tennessee. True or false?
False.
Final answer?
Final answer.
It's LSU.
4. He's 4 for 4.
Ben, can we stop now? I don't want to go to this. I don't want to do this 5th question. If he gets it right, I'll never hear the end of this. Can we just stop now and just say 4 for 4? Nah, let's go ahead and do it. Because I'm going to
Take reservations at Cracker Barrel.
Are we going to Cracker Barrel? Is that where we're headed?
That's where we're headed.
All right. Here's our final question. This is badminton trivia. So
Here we go.
here we go. Final question. He's 4 for 4, and the question is: badminton originated in the country of France. True or false? Badminton originated in France. Oui, oui, monsieur. Oui, oui, monsieur.
False.
False?
False. I'm going to take the rest of the globe.
Really?
Really.
You're going to say badminton did not originate in France? You're going to go with
I
that?
could ask Jennifer. Did badminton originate in France?
Yes.
You got to make a decision. He says no, you say yes. True or false? Badminton originated in France.
I take the rest of the globe.
All right, you're going false.
False.
You're saying to deny. You're going to go against what Jennifer said. Jennifer says true, France. You got one more shot. Are you going to go with her, going to ride with this lady? Or are you going to go out on the limb here? And I hear that the limb cracking, but you going to go for it.
I'm going to say false.
False? Final answer.
Final answer.
God. You got it. Oh, gosh. No, don't thank us. Okay, go ahead, enjoy. Oh, Ben, I'm going to Cracker Barrel. Looks like buying this boy lunch. Okay. Stupid game, I'll tell you. These were stupid questions, and I came up with them. By the way, badminton originated in Great Britain, so not France. So you went 5 for 5. I'm impressed. Hello, Laura Fowler. How are you, dear? Doing good. Great to see you. Yes. Life treating you good, I hope? Still going. Yep. One of the good former coach of the Dobbins Middle Lady Indians for many years. So called her games. All right. See you.
Code 7 on 3, please. Code 7 on
Should have with the Chinese volleyball. I had it, and I didn't bring it with me from the house in the office. So my man Dale Hammett did it. So he goes 5 for 5 in the quiz show. So we're going to lunch where? We have a $4.15 limit. So where do you want to go?
You're not going.
Oh, me, oh my. I can't believe. Yeah, just give him the money and I'm going to stay home. $4.15 spending limit. Any place you want to go have lunch, $4.15. So I love it. This show just hit a wall because I'm never going to hear the end of this. 5 for 5. Right in front of the Kellogg's Eggos, too. So 5 for 5. All right. Before I let you go, give me some more specials again going on again. The Midnight Madness sale. I see Van Camp's got chili on sale. You got Captain Crunch on sale. Run them down for me, big guy. Some of the specials. And we're going to move on here. I got to get in with Butch Jones and Nick Saban and Justin Fuente. 5 for 5. Oh, yeah.
In the meat department, we've also got the Swaggerty sausage patties, 30-count box for $4.99. And the produce, we have the large size sweet cantaloupes for $1.88 each. We have the goldfish, 10 for 10. That's a good seller.
There you go.
Plus Supreme Clean paper towels, $4.99 for the 8-count package.
Sweet cherries, $3.99 a pound.
Exactly.
Supreme Clean paper towels, limit 4. How much are those?
$4.99.
Campbell Soup got it on sale. How much is that?
4-pack for $2.99.
And you got Food Club Brewed Tea.
$1.99 a gallon.
Yeah, sweet or unsweet, right?
Sweet or unsweet.
There you go. And then everybody's got to have batteries. Got Domestics batteries.
For $1.99 for the 8 counts of the AA or the AAA size.
Would you give me a box of those Food Club facial tissues to wipe my tears away?
Use the French toast sticks.
We're close to those, aren't we?
Yes.
We're close to the back here.
Got you over here at the freezer.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad I wore long johns today because it's cold over in front of this freezer. All right, and then we got... how about that whole boneless pork loin? Is that pretty good stuff?
That's good stuff. $1.49 a pound for the whole boneless pork loin.
It's all good at Food City. And then Maxwell House Coffee.
Maxwell House Coffee, $4.99.
All right. You can come back in a little while and gloat some more?
5
for 5. Oh, boy. Ben, God, why did I say this? I've been talking smack all week. And so this old boy comes in and goes 5 for 5 and puts a hammer on me. So there you go. All right. Come back and see me in a little while, would you?
I will, but thank you.
God, it's like, yeah. WETB, Johnson City, Kingsport, Bristol. It's high noon. We're live at Food City and Gray. We'll take a break, come right back. As promised, we will hear from Justin Fuente, the head football coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies, and that improbable 35 unanswered point comeback win over Arkansas yesterday in the Belk Bowl. Also coming up later this hour, we will hear from Butch Jones of the Music City Bowl. We'll also hear from Nick Saban talking about that hunting accident. Very tragic situation. Young man on his football team with his 12-gauge shotgun shot his finger off and cannot play. And so Nick Saban addresses that, among other things, coming up a little bit later on the show as well. Quick break. Be right back. We're live at Food City and Gray, where Big Daddy Dale Hammett went 5 for 5, and I'll never hear the end of this. We'll be right back again on AM 790 WETB.
I started watching that Virginia Tech game last night. 7 o'clock, I flipped it over and watched Tennessee's basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Tech's good
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee wins the basketball game, flipped it back over, and Tech's ahead.
Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable. I'll make sure I got this here before we start here.
Not played well in the first half.
Ben, I'm going to run this real quick, see what this sounds like, Bubba. Run it.
That's hot rotisserie chicken in our Food City Bakery Deli. Now that's Food City Fresh.
How's that? Okay. That's what we're going to hit. We'll come out of the break with a bumper and we'll get right into Justin Fuente. Hey, on Facebook Live again, we're juggling. You asked me something. What did you ask me? Oh, go ahead. Oh. See, he just cleared his throat with, don't worry about it. So, Jeremiah, he's doing some shopping. He came over to ask me a question. I said, what'd you ask me? He said, don't worry about it. So, yeah. So, you think I'm teasing him? He went 5 for 5. Lord have mercy. show sounding okay. Facebook Live, again, thank you. Share us on Facebook Live, TomTaylorSports.com. Share us and like us, and we would appreciate that very much as we're here again at Food City in Gray. And again, Monday taking the day off and getting ready back in here Tuesday. Crank it up big time. We'll get ready for a college football national championship. Talk about that, of course, between now and then. Tomorrow it's Ohio State and Clemson, and Alabama and Washington. That'll be the two big ones tomorrow, among others. So looking forward to that. Also, don't forget, if you're going to be in town this weekend, be sure and check out the Speedway and Lights, the Pinnacle Speedway and Lights, the #1 Christmas light show in the southeastern part of the country at Bristol Motor Speedway and Dragway. Open tonight, 6 till 10, all the way through till next Saturday, January the 7th. It's open, and you want to check it out. It's an awesome, awesome place. I can tell you that. They do a phenomenal job. So you want to check it out for sure. Speedway and Lights, again at Bristol Motor Speedway, the Pinnacle Speedway and Lights. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live again here at Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday, and a Midnight Madness sale cranking up, and it's rolling right now. It started at noon at all Food Cities across the chain, 106 stores, and we're very proud of being here in Gray and looking forward to being right back in the stores in 2017. And all the Food City stores will be going to and enjoying the chance to be in there and hanging out with the different store managers and the associates and telling you about the great specials. Again, the Midnight Madness sale starts right now and goes to a close tonight at all stores, all 106 stores across the chain. Again, in, Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee. 3 states, 106, and Georgia, 4 states. 106 stores across 4 states. A great Food City grocery store chain here in our area. As promised, here is Justin Fuente, the head football coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies, talking about, again, that unbelievable, biggest comeback in the history of the school for the first-year coach for the Virginia Tech Hokies. 35 unanswered points yesterday against Arkansas in the Belk Bowl. Here is Justin Fuente on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Looking for a great meal solution? Here at Food City, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit our bakery deli and consult our deli specialists about our signature selections, featuring freshly prepared entrees, sides, and salads for your family's dining pleasure. Variety is the spice of life, and you're sure to find a tasty delight for everyone. Quality prepared dishes and convenience. Add a value, all at your fingertips with our signature selections.
Marked out 20, please. Marked out 20.
Again, that's head coach Justin Fuente from the Virginia Tech Hokies. Big win yesterday, of course, as we said, 35 unanswered. And Ben Foy, I can tell you this, it'll help recruiting big time. You go out to a kid's home and say, we got a team that's building for the future. pick up 10 wins. Again, the first coach to win 10 wins in a first season as a coach ever at Virginia Tech. So a lot of positives for the Hokie Nation, and I, for one, kind of starting to become a fan of the Hokies. I've done some work for them up there at Virginia Tech, some voice work, and so kind of beginning to like the Hokies. And this guy, as you heard him on the interview, he's very laid back, not real flashy, Justin Fuente, but obviously gets it done. And you can take a football team in at halftime down 24 points and motivate them to score 35 unanswered points. You're a heck of a coach and a heck of a coaching staff. I don't care what they say and whatever level. That's pretty impressive stuff. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, so anyway, the Hokie Nation, big win yesterday. Justin Fuente and the Virginia Tech Hokies, and that was huge. All right, Sweet Georgia Brown time at the OK Corral. Let's crank it up. Let's talk a little high school and NBA basketball and college basketball, our basketball segment here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and here we go. Let's start with college basketball from last night and yesterday. A couple of upsets in college basketball. St. John's knocking off the Butler Bulldogs 76-73. Butler was 13th in the country. There's only 5 games from yesterday. St. Mary's wins over Loyola Marymount. Also, you had Kentucky, a 23-point win over Ole Miss. Kentucky now 11-2. Malik Monk, 34 points, 6 rebounds for the Wildcats. They win by 23 at Ole Miss in the SEC opener. It was Gonzaga defeating Pepperdine by 30 in men's college basketball. 5 Gonzaga players in double digits. They're now 13-0. They're 7th in the country. Florida goes into Arkansas in their SEC opener. The Gators, 25th ranked in the country. Arkansas, they beat them 81-72. So the Gators get a big win on the road last night in the Southeastern Conference. We also told you about Tennessee. We did not tell you about Tennessee, but we're going to. Rick Barnes and his Tennessee Volunteers, big win on the road. The SEC opener, winning at Texas A&M 73-63 last night. The Southeastern Conference opener. The Volunteers now 8-5, overwhelmed the Aggies, who are 8-4 in points off turnovers, 19-6, while creating 16 A&M turnovers to 10 of their own. So good defense. Again, Lamont Turner's 14. Dietrich Mostello added 13 for the Volunteers, 73-63. Vols point guard Jordan Bone returned to action after missing the last 9 games because of a stress fracture in his foot. Played 8 minutes, missed all 3 of his field goal attempts, but he's back in the lineup. The Volunteers snapping a 4-game losing streak to Texas A&M. All those games as SEC opposition. And Tennessee next plays on Tuesday night at Thompson Bowling Arena, the conference opener. The Arkansas Razorbacks come to town. Tonight, in men's top 25 college basketball, it goes like this. It'll be 11th ranked West Virginia at Oklahoma State. 4th ranked Baylor at Oklahoma. 3rd ranked Kansas at Texas Christian. 22nd ranked Southern Cal at number 21 Oregon. And 2nd ranked UCLA, coming off that loss of the night, will be in Oregon to take on Oregon State. UCLA coming off its first loss of the season. And Oregon State has the worst record in the Pac-12 at 4-10. So on paper, should be a win for UCLA. But of course, as you know, they don't play it on paper; they play it on the hardwood. And so that's your college basketball. Let's take a look at the NBA, how things went there last night, and your winners last night included Charlotte. The Cavaliers beat the Celtics 124-118. By the way, happy birthday to LeBron James today, having a birthday. He is 32 years old. Memphis over the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Utah Jazz also got a win, as did the Phoenix Suns in the NBA from yesterday and last night. Your schedule for today for the NBA, it goes like this on Friday. Big night for basketball. My boys, the San Antonio Spurs, at home against Portland. The Bulls will be in Indiana, Brooklyn, and Washington. Celtics back home to host Miami. Detroit at Atlanta. The Clippers at Houston. Milwaukee at Minnesota. The Knickerbockers in New Orleans. As we said, Portland and San Antonio. Philadelphia, the 76ers at Denver. And Dallas will be at Golden State in the NBA for today and tonight. High school basketball is running down for you from yesterday. The Arby's Classic, 34th annual tournament at Viking Hall in Bristol. How did it go there yesterday? Well, it went Sullivan East defeating Tennessee High by 2. Dobbins Bennett knocked off Science Hill 64-60. Sandy Creek, Georgia in overtime beat Gate City. Keep an eye on the Blue Devils. They got a heck of a basketball team for Scotty Vermillion in Gate City. Greenville beat Washington Park, Wisconsin, 69-46. The defending champ of the Arby's, Wayne, Ohio, eliminated. They got knocked out. They will not be the two-time champion. So Whites Creek out of Nashville now, the only team that's won it back-to-back, because Wayne, Ohio was here to defend their crown, and they did not do that. They got beat last night by Beaufort, Georgia. Trinity, Kentucky over Oak Ridge by 6. Wings Academy, New York over Christ School by 3. And Chattanooga McCauley beat Blanche Eli, Florida by a 73-56 score yesterday there at the Arby's Classic. Chick-fil-A Classic in Elizabethton. Volunteer beat Happy Valley by 20. Sullivan Central by 16 over Cloudland. Heritage beat Knox Central 54-50. North Buncombe, North Carolina beat Cherokee by 11. Morristown West over Chucky Doak by 4. Elizabethton beat East Hamilton 53-49. So the schedule for those two tournaments at Viking Hall in Bristol coming up at 1:30. Christ School takes on Blanche Ely out of Florida. Beaufort, Georgia takes on Trinity, Kentucky in the winner's bracket at 7 o'clock tonight. And Wings Academy out of New York will battle Chattanooga McCauley at 8:30 tonight at the Arby's Classic in Bristol. The Chick-fil-A Classic, you've got 4 games on tap there today. Knox Central and Cherokee playing for 7th place at 3:30. At 5 o'clock, Heritage takes on North Buncombe, North Carolina for 5th place. At 6:30, Chucky Doak and East Hamilton for 3rd place. And the championship tonight of the Chick-fil-A Classic in Elizabethton, the Elizabethton Cyclones and Morristown West will play at 8 o'clock tonight. Also, the Coalfield Clash at UVA Wise, the Grand Holiday Classic. The games today there will be Richlands against J.I. Burton at 3 o'clock, Bell County, Kentucky and Eastside at 4:30, and Lebanon against Ridgeview at 7 o'clock. And that's all going on the loser's bracket. The winner's bracket championship tonight, Honaker and Union at 8:30 tonight for the Grand Holiday Classic at UVA Wise. There's a young man with a West Virginia hat on. How you doing, sir? Where you from? What part? That's where I'm from. Yeah. What part of Charleston?
St. Albans.
St. Albans. Cross Lanes.
Cross Lanes.
Nitro.
Well, we're from Scott Depot.
Scott Depot. There you go. You live here now?
Yeah, we
Awesome.
moved out here in 84.
Good. Glad you're here. So, West Virginia folks.
Yes, sir.
Every time I say West Virginia, I got to find out where you're from. So, that's good. St. Albans.
I always say Charles.
That's it. The Red Dragons of St. Albans. Yep. Know exactly where they are. Hey, the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic going on today at Hal Henner Gymnasium in Greenville. At 1 o'clock, Spring Valley, West Virginia, ironically enough, will take on the Daniel Boone Lady Trailblazers. Clover, South Carolina, takes on Jefferson County at 2:30. Belfry, Kentucky, and Dobbins Bennett at 4 o'clock today. Tennessee High's ladies take on Greenville at 5:30. Morristown West Lady Trojans and Bradley Central at 7 o'clock. And the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats and the South Green Lady Rebels at 8:30 tonight in the action going on for the girls tournament. The ladies playing the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic at Hal Henner Gymnasium in Greenville, Tennessee. And that's a look at basketball as we have it here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll take a quick break, come right back, and we'll hear from Butch Jones, the head football coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, getting ready for the Nebraska Cornhuskers at 3:30 this afternoon in the Music City Bowl in Nashville. We'll come back and hear from Butch Jones right after this time out, live from Food City and Gray on the Tom Taylor Sports Show on AM 790 and also on Facebook Live.
Do you like saving money? Of course you do. And with Food City exclusive drinks,
Yeah, we can come up with another one, I guess.
you can enjoy 100%
Let me set my timer. What's my timer?
less than national brands. What do you get more for your money? That makes you a power shopper. Food City. Value every day.
Okay, went quick enough. So, 40 minutes. Boom. 39:58. Ticking. Okay. So, hey, Facebook Live again. Thanks, folks. Again, be sure to, and you have, and we continue to say that, go to the one-stop shop for the Tom Taylor Sports Show, TomTaylorSports.com. Like us and share us. We would appreciate that, of course. And again, we have an email newsletter getting ready to come out. Telling us all the different things going on, where we're going to be, and all the happenings of the show. We're going to be doing some giveaways over the show. We're working on that as well. Over Facebook. So we appreciate you very much. TomTaylorSports.com. You can check us out there by going. You can click right onto the radio station here locally on AM 790. Hit a button and listen to us live there. Also, you can flip a button or push a button, I should say, and click on the button. I guess would be the better way to say it. and go to the Facebook Live button as well. So appreciate you very much. We'll come right back and hear from, and again, we know that the audio that I'm running here on the radio station, you're not hearing on Facebook Live yet, but you're going to in the near future. And also want to give another plug, as always, to American Cancer Society and the Locks for Love, growing our hair to get it cut to make wigs for patients having, again, radiation and chemo. So appreciate you very much. Back at Food City and Gray, we thank you for being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. As promised, here he is, head football coach Butch Jones of the Tennessee Volunteers, as get ready to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers in the Music City Bowl at 3:30 this afternoon. Here is Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, that's head football coach Butch Jones, again, with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, getting ready. Of course, that was obviously recorded yesterday at the final press conference before the game. 3:30 kickoff this afternoon. Question is, Ben Foy, can they stop the run? Nebraska, run-oriented offense, rather. Can they stop the run? Some say they cannot. The defense has shown over the last 3 games it's pretty leaky. Over 1,000 yards they've given up rushing to the likes of Missouri, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt. And so the question is, can they stop a run-oriented offense? Nebraska, some of the folks I talked to in my travels yesterday said no. Tennessee can't stop them, and some say yes, they can. They're going to rise to the occasion, but Nebraska's, they may be hurt, but they're still Nebraska, and they can pound the football. And we'll see what Tennessee has. What do you think, big guy? Do you think they can do it?
I need a party manager to 3, please. Party manager to 3.
There you go. Can they do it? You think Tennessee can stop them? Or you think Nebraska can run them up football? Are you okay? Okay. Yes, yes. Well, again, some of the folks I talked to in my travels yesterday said there's not a chance. So how can they improve the defense in 25 days when it was so leaky and you got the same personnel? Some of the guys are back, but they've lost some too. So it's kind of a defense in flux right now. But we'll see. Watch them come out and start throwing the football instead of running it anyway. But anyway, Nebraska and Tennessee. Of course, on the other side of the coin, you got Joshua Dobbs and the outstanding year he's had with the Tennessee football team. And so they're expecting a big game from Dobbs today. And quite frankly, Tennessee needs to have a big game from Joshua Dobbs today. I don't think there's any question about that. And from the offense in general. Dobbs, again, 2,665 yards passing, completing 63% of his passes, while also running the ball for 717 yards on the ground. So, you know, you say what you want to about this kid, the backup quarterback from Nebraska. Dobbs is pretty unique, is what their coach says. I think the Big Ten has been no stranger in recent seasons to dual-threat quarterbacks. So they have seen guys like Dobbs before all across the Big Ten Conference. And so it won't be a surprise to see him tuck it and run. I'm sure they're ready for both. The throwing part of Dobbs' game as well as the running part. But again, throwing for 2,665 yards, completing 63% of his passes. Dobbs also adding 717 yards rather on the ground, rushing the ball. So anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll start at 3:30, not that far away. Again, remember this kid's name, Ryker, R-Y-K-E-R, Ryker Fife. That is the backup quarterback to Tommy Armstrong if he can't go. And Armstrong, by his own admission, says he's about 75 to 80%. He recovers from a hamstring injury. So if you're a quarterback and you got a bad hamstring, you're obviously very limited in your mobility. So if he's not ready to go and at 75 to 80%, hasn't practiced all week, so they're looking to go to this young man named, again, who's played before for Nebraska. It's not like he didn't have any experience. Ryker Fife. What is he, 6'3", 215-pounder. So that would be your quarterback. Backup looks like from the Nebraska Cornhuskers at 9-3, and of course Tennessee again trying to finish off strong for the recruiting season. 3:30 this afternoon. Just heard Butch Jones. Of course, Tennessee 8-4, and Nebraska at 9-3. Coming up today, the Music City Bowl in Nashville, Tennessee. A couple of basketball. There you go. Georgia up 6-0 and 7-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. All right. And that's the first of 5 bowl games today here on this Friday, December the 30th. Forgot to mention, too, in basketball, the East Tennessee State Buccaneers, T.J. Cromer, a career-high 30 points. East Tennessee State rebounding from that loss to Tennessee by walloping Savannah State. Beat them by 21, I should say, 92-71 last night in Johnson City at Freedom Hall. The Buccaneers now 10-3 on the season. And Devontavious Payne hit a season-high 5 3-pointers and finished with 17. A.J. Merriweather added 11 points and 5 steals to the Buccaneers. Savannah State falls to 3-10 on the season. So East Tennessee State, big win last night. The Lady Vols got a big win. Of course, it's UNC Wilmington, so it's not like they're UNC Wilmington at 5-6. Lady Vols at 8-4. They open up Southeastern Conference play Sunday when they host number 17 Kentucky at Thompson Bowling Arena. They trounce UNC Wilmington 90-54 for its 4th straight victory. And again, Jordan Reynolds had a triple-double. 3 of her teammates scored at least 20 points for the Lady Vols, so they got a big win as a tune-up for number 17 Kentucky. Again, coming up on, as we said, Sunday at Thompson Bowling Arena for the Lady Vols of Tennessee. So there you go. That's what's happening. Again, in college basketball for the Lady Vols and also for the ETSU men's team, who play tomorrow at home against the VMI Cadets at Freedom Hall in Johnson City in a Southern Conference basketball game. That should be a lot of fun. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're at 29 before the hour. Going to take another timeout. We'll come back and we will jump in and take a look at the National Hockey League and also some NASCAR news as we get ever so close to the beginning of the NASCAR 2017 season. The Monster Energy Cup Series getting ready to crank up with the Daytona 500 58 days away from the Daytona 500. Take a look at NASCAR and the National Hockey League and more as we come back. So we're live here again at Food City and Gray, the Midnight Madness Sale. Again, here are some of the quick specials before we go to the break. Let's see, Tyson grilled chicken, frozen Tyson grilled chicken in a package, limit 4 for $4.99. French toast sticks, Food Club French toast sticks, 2 for $3. Food Club facial tissue, 2 boxes for $1, 50 cents a box, obviously. Selected varieties of Food Club apple or cranberry juice, 64-ounce bottles for 99 cents, limit 4. Also, Campbell's chicken noodle or tomato soup, 4-pack for $2.99, limit 4. And also here today at Food City, at all Food Cities until midnight tonight, store closing, Nature's Own 100% wheat bread, $1.39 a loaf, limit 4. Sweet cantaloupes, $1.88. And also RC Cola products, 6-pack half-liter bottles, 6 for $10. Those are some of the specials going on, again, as we said today, here at the Midnight Madness sale until midnight tonight at all 106 Food Cities across 4 states, Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky, and Georgia. Quick break. We'll be right back with more. We'll talk National Hockey League and NASCAR next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Okay. How's he doing? Yeah. I wonder what went wrong, because I went to you and there wasn't nothing there, so. That's all right. Let's see. NASCAR. NASCAR, here it is. I don't know what was wrong. Sometimes you got to answer the door, so I didn't know what happened. So, okay, here's NASCAR. Facebook Live again. Thank you for watching us. JT Holloman, thank you, and Jeremiah Clark, and Jerry Keller, and Amber Harvey, and appreciate all you folks being with us on Facebook Live. Again, like us and share us. Drew Bedard and all the folks, thank you. Like us and share us at Tom Taylor Sports. TomTaylorSports.com is your one-stop shop. And again, like us and share us on Facebook, and we certainly would appreciate that. And you have been, and that's a good thing. And the show is really growing, and we thank you for that from the Facebook Live side of things. Thank you again. There you go. Yeah. Well put. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he'll be back. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again, live at Food City in Gray, again on this Food City Friday. Again, the Midnight Madness sales up and running until midnight tonight at all 106 stores across 4 states. And so savings, a lot of full buggies going by. Ladies are shopping, gentlemen are shopping with all kinds of savings. There's a young lady going through those apple juice got on sale in limit 4. And she's got apple juice. What are those? 99 cents. She got 2 apples and 2 cranberry juice in her buggy. Also, I see, has the whole boneless pork loin for $1.49 a pound. Also, you've got the Swaggerty's Farm sausage patties, 30 count for $4.99. Also, chicken noodle and tomato soup, Campbell's chicken noodle or tomato soup, 4-pack for $2.99, limit 4. So, some great savings at all Food Cities going on today until 12 o'clock, midnight tonight. You have NASCAR news. Kyle Busch Motorsports announcing that 16-year-old Harrison Burton, that'll be the son of Jeff Burton, former NASCAR driver, will be in 6 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series races behind the wheel of the number 51 Toyota Tundra for Kyle Busch Motorsports. Burton's 6-race schedule begins April 1st in Martinsville. Also includes Dover, Eldora Speedway, among others. He'll be at Bristol in August and Martinsville Speedway in October. So we'll get a chance to see a second-generation driver. Pretty good. This kid's only 16 years old, being boy, and a pretty good driver in his own right. Harrison Burton, the son of Jeff Burton, a former NASCAR driver. And so Burton, again, made his debut with Kyle Busch Motorsports in Martinsville in October. After qualifying 17th, he methodically maneuvered his way through the field and was running in 9th position just past the halfway mark when he got spun from behind, ended up losing it. ended up 22nd place finish, but earned the praise of Kyle Busch, which is not easy to do. So he is going to be driving 6 races for Kyle Busch Motorsports in the Camping World Truck Series, which is a great compliment for this young man to be picked by Kyle Busch to drive his truck in some of the races. That's quite an honor. Yep, and so that's one of the NASCAR news going on today. Yeah, here he comes. You said he'd come back. He's making his way back over here. Oh, yeah. So he's going to glow a little bit more. Be our boy, store manager, Big Daddy Dale Hammett. Our NASCAR drivers need a good year this year. How about Kyle Larson? Here's a guy that he was supposed to be a phenom, and he's done okay, but after entering the chase as one of the favorites to actually contend for the title, he flamed out. He needs to do more for Chip Ganassi Racing. He finally won his first Cup race in Michigan, also finished with career highs and top 5 finishes last year. Also laps led 79. He also made the chase, but probably need more out of Kyle Larson this year. Don't you think it's time for him to step up and give us a little bit more? What do you think? Two other guys looking for a big year, needed to have an improvement, would be Ryan Blaney, running his first full-time Cup season last year, the 21 Ford for the Wood Brothers Racing Team. Blaney finished with 3 top 5s and 9 top 10 finishes, and now he needs to get into victory lane. He ran pretty strong at Bristol, too. So Ryan Blaney, another young man, they're counting on having a better year. And then also Austin Dillon. He made the chase for the first time in his career and even survived the first round of the playoffs, but as a driver of the famed number 3 Chevy for Richard Childress Racing, his granddaddy, is expected to win races, which he hasn't done yet in 121 career starts. So what's your take on Austin Dillon? Is he the deal, or is he in there because of granddaddy's money? You think this guy's a legitimate driver or not? What do you think? There you go. So here comes my buddy Gary Taylor coming over here. Stop by to see us. How you doing, buddy?
Right, how you?
Good. You want to sit down and talk? No?
Shopping.
Just shopping on the Midnight Madness sale?
That's right.
Yeah.
Some of these bargains.
Getting some of the bargains. So everything going good? You have a good Christmas?
Good.
Yeah.
Good time. Appreciate you coming out and speaking with us.
Oh, we had a good time over there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about my man putting me over here in the frozen food section today? What do you think? Hello, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Just fine, thank you.
He's not got you in a closet.
He bet. He said, at least I'm not in the closet. So when I first came in, I normally sit up front. He said, it's going to be so busy. I got to have all the registers running for Midnight Madness. I'm going to put you back here by the produce. I mean, not by the produce, but the pharmacy and the frozen food section. I said, are you kidding me? Guess where I'm at? I'm in front of the Eggo waffles and the ice cream and breakfast and egg section over here in the cooler section. So there you go. But you're right. Oh, yeah. I can nail down some eggnog ice cream. You better believe it. So anyway, we're over here. We're giving him a hard time, but we'll go wherever we need to go inside of Food City to promote these great specials. My man, Gary Taylor. What's up next for the Gold Wing Riders?
We got the golf tournament in May.
You got to come over and sit down and talk. They can't hear you. Come on over here and put them headsets on and talk for a minute or two. Put this man right on here. His brother can do it. He can do it. So put them cans on, and I want to let everybody see him on Facebook too. This guy, dear friend, there he is, our buddy Gary Taylor. There you go. Cans are up, ready to go. So tell me about the Gold Wing Riders, because we raised a bunch of money to send down to St. Jude's Hospital this year. We didn't, but you did. Tell me about it.
Well, we did with your help. We raised about $40,000 from the Tri-Cities area and hand delivered it to the St. Jude's. Next to them is, I think it's May the 3rd, we have a outing at Tri-Cities Golf Course, and we have one at Putt-Putt tournament in August this year, so we got a good year hopefully coming up. We're going to do some 50-50s at Kingsport Speedway and Bill's Gap Speedway and possibly Muddy Creek this year to try to raise some more money. So come on out and help us out. Every penny we raise goes directly to St. Jude. There's no, all the items that we get are donated to us, so everything that we raise goes directly to St. Jude to help the kids.
Now, you've been to St. Jude. You've actually went and had a tour of the hospital, right?
Yeah, many times. Yeah, it's, if you go one time, it's just kind of breaks your heart. You just can't do enough. for the kids there. St. Jude's doesn't charge the families anything, doesn't charge them a dime. So it's a great outfit, good organization.
And so we raised the money, and you guys went to, as a caravan, went down, and a literal caravan with the motorcycles from here to Memphis to present the check to St. Jude's, right?
Yeah, we always go about the second week in September. We leave from, this last year, we left from the Indian dealership in Bristol and ride, it's called Wings Across Tennessee, all the way across the state. We leave on Friday morning, we get to St. Jude about noon on Saturday. Spend the night in Dixon Friday night, and then go to St. Jude's. And they usually have a little get-together with us when we get there at the ceremony. We hand deliver the checks. We pick up bridles as we go across the state. And this year we got right at, hit $100,000 statewide this year.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Again, for St. Jude's, and again, the Gold Wing Riders here in Northeast Tennessee and Chapter C. And getting ready for the next big event, I guess, coming up is the golf tournament, right?
Yeah, May the 3rd.
May 3rd. It'll be here before you know it. We're going to be a part of that, help promote it, and we love coming out and helping out in the putt-putt tournament out at the Putt-Putt on Stone Drive with our buddy Dan Estes, who does a phenomenal job.
Dan's a big supporter. He's a great guy. Really good there. He raised a lot of money there. Putt-putt.
Talking to our buddy Gary Taylor. Tennessee football today. What do you think? They got enough horses in the barn to beat Nebraska? What do you think?
I think the last one that's got the ball will win the game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Going to be a shootout?
Yeah.
They may not, but we can't stop them. They may not be able to stop us, right?
Right. They use a quarterback that's played a whole lot, and we usually make heroes out of people like that.
I love this guy. We make them heroes. Well, you're right. Backup quarterbacks that burn our biscuits more than once for Tennessee. So, anyway, we'll see. But we want to, again, tell you publicly we will pledge to do whatever we can to promote St. Jude's and the Gold Wing Riders. Again, the golf tournament May 3rd, and then the putt-putt later on in the year, and then the 50-50s will be throughout the summer at some of the dirt tracks, right?
Yeah, I know we're going to be at Volunteer and then Muddy Creek this year, and possibly Kingsport Speedway. So
there you go.
at least more.
That's the name of the game. Appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you, Tom.
I think the world of this guy right here. Treasure his friendship, our buddy Gary Taylor. We're not related except the last name, but we might as well be, because I like you and I like your brother too. He's saw him on Christmas Eve. He was holding court there at the old church house, the candlelight service. So, but he's a fine one too, ain't he?
Yeah, good guy.
Good guy. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right, thank
Yeah,
you.
good man right there. That is class. You look under the dictionary for class, and you'd see a big picture of Gary Taylor, class act, and I really appreciate him being my buddy. He's one of the good guys here in the Tri-Cities. 16 minutes before we step away for Charles Stanley on the radio, we got the NFL to talk about. Here's the National Hockey League. Last night, it was the Predators losing 3 in a row. They had 3 lead changes in the game. Blackhawks went into Nashville and skated past the Predators 3-2. Toronto beat the Lightning. Canadiens skated past the Panthers. Detroit skates past Ottawa 3-2. The New York Islanders and the Minnesota Wild. The Wild win that one 6-4. Also last night in the National Hockey League, the Ducks over the Flames 3-1. Rangers skate past the Coyotes 4-3. The Kings and the Oilers, Edmonton wins 2-1. The Boston Bruins skate past the Buffalo Sabres 4-2. The Devils over the Capitals 2-1. The Columbus Blue Jackets go to 25-5-4. They skate past Winnipeg 5-3. And the Avalanche, Colorado Avalanche, lose to the Stars 4-2. Tonight, Chicago skates in Carolina. The Predators will be on the ice tonight in St. Louis against the Blues. Philadelphia skates at San Jose in the Shark Tank against the Sharks. And the Ducks, the Anaheim Ducks, will be taking on the Canucks. Say that fast 3 times. The Ducks and the Canucks. The Anaheim Ducks against the Vancouver Canucks in Vancouver. And that's for the National Hockey League. Now, National Football League tomorrow. Sunday, rather. Big day in the NFL. Huge day. And it's going to make a difference in some of the teams. Again, we keep talking about that not the Detroit-Dallas game, but the Detroit-Green Bay game. Green Bay had Detroit's huge. The Giants at Washington is huge. And so here's the schedule coming up on Sunday. The final games of the regular season for the National Football League. New England at Miami. Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Carolina at Tampa Bay. Dallas at Philadelphia. Cowboys have already said they're not even going to play Dak Prescott. They're going to run with Mark Sanchez with Romo as a backup. So you won't even see, if you see him, you'll see him one series for Dak Prescott. Rest of the time is going to be Mark Sanchez quarterbacking the Cowboys in Philadelphia. Houston at Tennessee. Buffalo and New York against the Jets with the interim coach. The Bears will be in Minnesota against the Vikings. Baltimore at Cincinnati. Jacksonville at Indianapolis on Sunday. Seattle at San Francisco. The Saints will be in Atlanta to battle the Falcons. Kansas City at San Diego. Arizona will take on the Rams in Los Angeles. It'll be the Giants in Washington. That is a huge game in the NFC. There's 4 teams riding off of that game. You have the Giants, Washington, Green Bay, and Detroit. Teams playing off that game too. The New York Giants in Washington and Green Bay at Detroit. And also Tampa Bay is on the outside looking into the playoffs. So all these teams are going to be watching very carefully these 2 games. Green Bay, again, in Detroit to battle the Lions. Green Bay clinches the NFC North with a Green Bay win. They can clinch a playoff win with a loss for the Redskins to the Giants in Washington. Detroit, meanwhile, can clinch the NFC North by winning the game outright. They can clinch a first-round bye with a win by Seattle, or I should say win by Detroit or a loss by Seattle, or a Falcons loss. Seattle playing against San Francisco. I don't see them losing. Detroit can clinch a playoff spot with a Detroit tie or a Redskins loss. The Redskins, I know it gets confusing, Redskins are in with a win, and a Green Bay-Detroit game that does not end in a tie, which I don't think it will. So the Redskins just kind of hanging on with a little bit of breath still in them and a little bit of a heartbeat left. And Tampa Bay can clinch a playoff spot for the Buccaneers and Jameis Winston. They have to do that by Green Bay winning, and I should say Tampa Bay winning and the Redskins losing. So a lot of what-ifs in the National Football League, the final game of the regular season. Here's who's in right now in the playoffs. For sure, you've got these 6 teams into the AFC. That's been pretty well decided. New England, Pittsburgh, Houston, Kansas City, Miami, and the Raiders. The greatest football team ever, win, lose, or tie, a Raider till I die. By the way, Gary's brother Greg gave me a book last year on the late Ken Stabler, the Snake. Love it. So Raiders are in, of course, the playoffs with Matt McGloin as your backup quarterback, Derek Carr out with a broken leg. And so those 6 teams are in the playoffs for sure. The only hitch in any of this is Kansas City and the Raiders. If Oakland goes to Denver and loses and Kansas City wins in San Diego, then things change. Right now the Raiders are the number 2 seed. They would fall to the number 5 seed and would travel. Right now they're one of the home teams in the opening round of the playoffs and may even get a bye. NFC, 6 teams right now at this point. The Cowboys, Atlanta, Seattle, Green Bay, the Giants, and Detroit. Still alive with a whimper. Barely breathing are the Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Those 2 teams still alive, barely, in the playoffs for the NFL, NFC. And so, of course, everything starts next week. And so that's what's going on again. Let me run them down for you one more time. New England at Miami. The Patriots at 13-2. Miami at 10-5. Pretty good ball game. 1 versus 2 in the AFC East. They'll play that one on Sunday. The Steelers are going to sit down Roethlisberger, get him ready for the playoffs. Pittsburgh will be hosting the Cleveland Browns. Hugh Jackson said earlier in the week at 1-14, we can lay an egg on purpose and get the number 1 draft coming up in April. He said we're not going to do that. Our goal is to win a football game, and so we'll be ready to go. Our goal is to go into Pittsburgh and win tomorrow and Sunday, and beat the Steelers. That is the modus operandi of the game, is to win the game, which I like. I don't know why you would, as a professional, why would you go into a game intentionally trying to throw the games and get a draft pick? That's just not fair to a lot of people, including the fans and the players. And so he said, we're not going to do that. We're going in Pittsburgh to upset the Steelers. Hey, it may happen. Pittsburgh's not playing a lot of the starters because they're in the playoffs. Carolina, Tampa Bay, that's a big ball game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. They're 8-7. Panthers trying to play the spoiler at 6-9. Cowboys at Philadelphia. Again, Dak Prescott will not play or play very, very little. They'll use Mark Sanchez at quarterback for the Cowboys in Philadelphia, trying to play the spoiler. Although the Cowboys are in at 13-2. Again, Philadelphia at 6-9. Houston and Tennessee to take on the Titans in Nashville on Sunday. Of course, Marcus Mariota out with that broken leg. And so the Titans will be taking on the Texans. Houston at 9-6, Tennessee at 8-7. Also in Sunday's action, you have Buffalo and New York. The Bills at 7-8 without the Ryan brothers coaching. The Jets are 4-11. They'll play that one in New York. Chicago at Minnesota. The Bears having a tough year at 3-12. Minnesota at 7-8. They'll play that one in Minnesota. Baltimore at Cincinnati on Sunday. Ravens at 8-7. The Bengals are at 5-9. Also Sunday in pro football action. Jacksonville, the Jags. Jacksonville at a paltry 3-12 in Indianapolis to battle the Colts, who are 7-8. Disappointing year for Indianapolis, no question. Again, did they miss the playoffs? And they did. They certainly did. So a very tough year for the Colts. They came up short, quite frankly. Seattle at San Francisco. The Seahawks at 9-5-1. San Francisco at 2-13. The Saints in Atlanta to battle the Falcons on Sunday. Atlanta at 10-5, leaders of the NFC South. And again, their opponent, the Saints, at 7-8, also a disappointment. You have Kansas City at San Diego, and you also have Arizona at Los Angeles. Guess who's back? And Oakland at Denver, the Raiders. The Giants at Washington coming up on Sunday night. Put them on so we can gloat a little bit more. Giants 10-5, and of course the Redskins at 8-6-1. That's a big ball game in the NFC. Of course, the biggest game to decide the NFC North will be Green Bay at 9-6 and Detroit at 9-6, playing each other in Detroit on Sunday night. Big Daddy Dale Hammett's here for 8 more minutes before we get out of here. How's it started so far on the Midnight Madness Cell, big guy? Going good?
5 for 5, buddy.
Yes, you're 5 for 5.
5 for 5.
Tell me about the Midnight Madness Cell, big dog, would you? It started good?
It started good. It's wide open.
All right, we got 8 minutes. You got 7 minutes. Take it away.
7 minutes. We've got the RC Cola products, the 6-pack half-liter bottles. They're 6 for 10. The whole boneless pork loins, $1.49 a pound. Maxwell House coffee, $4.99 a can. Chips Ahoy cookies are $1.99 with the limit 4. Snow crab clusters are $6.99 a pound. Doritos, $1.99 a bag. And on the Tide Simply large breed detergent, buy 2 for $1.99 each. Costa chips are $1.99. Food Club single cheese at $1.49. Captain Crunch $1.88 a box. Duke's mayonnaise $1.99. Mary B's frozen biscuits 2 for $5. Van Camp's chili with beans 99 cents. And the Absolute bath tissue for $4.99.
All right, that's some of the specials on page 1.
That's page 1.
All right, let's talk a little baseball. Got 6 minutes left here. Your boys in Cincinnati have not done much to better themselves. Haven't done anything better themselves.
They've bettered the whole league. Everybody but themselves.
There you go. The Reds haven't made any changes except make everybody else better.
Yeah, everybody else is better.
Yeah, Edwin Encarnacion, guess where he played? In Cincinnati.
In Cincinnati.
There you
Chapman.
go. Yeah, Chapman.
What
Aroldis
they
Chapman.
give him now?
How about them Hokies? That was a big win, wasn't it?
I didn't.
That was awesome.
Come back at me points.
It was great.
Can't give up on them.
Yeah.
You can't give up on them. That was a heck of a game. 35 unanswered points. Gentleman going by here shopping's got a Hokie shirt on, so seen 2 or 3 of those in here today. So when the Hokies are coming, they got a pretty good fan base here in the Tri-Cities too. So one of our shoppers here got a Hokie shirt on.
Tennessee won't nothing right now.
No, they don't want to play them again. If they played them again, it'd be a whole different story.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. So, oh yeah, Tennessee and Virginia Tech. The Hokies would wear them out if they played them again. It wouldn't happen again. I'm telling you, the Hokies would wear them out on the second time. You don't think so? You feeling your oats for a man who can't back it up yonder over there. I'm going to hear that. Oh, Lordy. I'll get a text tonight about 11 o'clock. Hey, Tom, this is Dale. 5 for 5, baby. I went to the quiz show 5 for 5.
I won't have to tell you who it is.
No, I'll know exactly who it is. And I'll just hit delete. So I'll get that one real quick. Delete. All right, so the Reds, what are we doing? We're going to do anything? They're talking about bringing Jay Bruce back from New York. Can you? I'm serious. I read that the other day. I had it on the show. They're talking about getting Bruce back from New York, maybe for Billy Hamilton, do a swap. So, I'm kidding you. There you go. Now tell me, we got 5 minutes left here. Tell me how you have a manager. His pitching staff gave up the most home runs ever by a pitching staff in the history of Major League Baseball, the Reds pitching staff. No changes there. The manager has been at least 35 games under 500 2 years in a row, and they're bringing him back. Oh, not bringing him back. What is that? Why is that? Tell me. Please tell me. Why?
I really don't know. We have made the rest of the league a better place to play.
The camera's jiggling. I don't know. I've never heard him so perplexed. I don't know. No. So, Shakopee and Castellini, the ownership up here in Cincinnati, they've lost me till they do something different. I've moved on
You
because
can watch any team in the majors, and there's some red on them.
oh, page 2 of the specials. Go ahead, let's hit them, big guy, before we run out of time.
All right, page 2.
Yep.
Sweet red cherries, $3.99 a pound. The Supreme Clean paper towels, $4.99 for an 8-pack. They're in at 4. Chicken noodle or tomato soup in a 4-pack is $2.99.
Lord have mercy.
Sweary's farm sausage patties, $4.99 for a 30-count box. Sweet cantaloupe, $1.88 each. Selected varieties of the Pepperidge Farm goldfish are 10 for 10 this week.
Buck a box. There you go.
Box.
There you go.
Nature's Own 100% wheat bread for $1.39. Food Club brewed tea for $1.99 a gallon. Domestic batteries are an 8-count pack of the AA or AAA for $1.99. We've got Food Club apple or cranberry juice for 99 cents for a 64-ounce bottle. French toast sticks, they're real close to you. They're 2 for 3.
There you go. As promised, here we go, Big Daddy. Thank you, my friend, coming by. I forgot I could get Nick Saban on here real quick. I almost forgot him. So
You're gonna put me off there to talk to Nick.
you got it. You got bumped.
Thanks
so
a lot.
you're a good man. Might come back next year.
I don't know.
As promised, here's Nick Saban talking about that hunting injury with Dakota Hall here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again on AM 790 WETB. Here's Nick Saban.
I'm gonna ring the bell.
The holidays are filled with social gatherings and feasts. Enjoy your seasonal favorites without the guilt by learning how to balance your plate. Fill up on lighter foods first to avoid going overboard on the heavier stuff. Choose your favorite food item, but eat it in moderation. Fill your plate with other fruits and vegetables that will leave you full and satisfied.
There's Nick Saban again, the head football coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As the music rolls, going to wrap it up from Food City here in Gray. Thanks to Butch Jones, Justin Fuente, and Nick Saban's been a heck of a year here on this show. We'll see you next year. Take a Monday off, ready to go for Tuesday. Brand new year, brand new show. Thanks to Ben Foy as always, and all of our guests. And can't wait to start this new year right here on AM 790 WETB and also on Facebook Live. So for all the folks, we'll always tell you we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We'll join you again coming up on Tuesday. And as always, we'll tell you, win or lose, be a good sport. So long from Food City and Gray here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show on AM 790 WETB. Johnson City, Kingsport, Bristol. Charles Stanley's coming up next. It is 1 o'clock. Oh, yeah. All right, Facebook Live, thank you very, very much. Again, it's been a great year. Again, we'll take Monday off, come back in here on January the 2nd. We're ready to go. And so we got a full slate next week. We'll be at Champion Chevrolet. We're going to be at Chick-fil-A. We're going to be at Freddy's coming up. very, very soon. We're going to be at Rick Hill Imports very, very soon. So we're adding more shows. We're going to be back at American Import and Auto Repair and Food City. We won't be back here in front of the Eggo place again, I can tell you that. But we will be back at Food City. But wait a minute. Give me that pouty look one more time. Give me that 5 for 5. You got that pouty look on the screen. Anyway, we had a great time again. Thank you one more time. Check us out, the one-stop shop, TomTaylorSport.com. Again, like us and share us on Facebook. And again, we got an email newsletter coming out very, very soon where we're going to be, what we're doing. So again, thanks to Appalachian Digital for all their great work. And hey, have a great New Year's. Have a safe New Year's. We'll see you on Tuesday. So long, everybody.